This is day 1547 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're doing the Siman Shin Beis, Sif Gimel to Yud. I think in this light, for some reason my glasses don't have so much glare, so I might as well leave them on. Gimel, we're in the middle of the Rambam, of course. Name Loshe Rambam Shekosav Shema Nishmat. The Rambam's language that maybe the thread of Klein fell out. 4 days of Vade. Comes that's not definite. Since that for language seems a little bit done away from Russian language Gemara that says since you don't know, maybe it fell out. Ava Rashi, because of Shamazel Rashi writes, Ilomika itself a Vadenava. If it doesn't become clear with dye, then it definitely fell. No, it's too much clear. It definitely fell out. So you must explain. I can say that it fell out, or I might say it fell out. But we say it. This is the Rambam. I was wondering about this. We did this last night. I know we'll get to it, but here it is. Rambam, and the Rambam's lump this here. The Rambam asks, it's true. The close fake is true. Also, it's famous is Rambam and Rashba. So the Raisa Luchumra is in itself a din d'oraisa, like the Rashba says, or as a din d'Rabbanan, like the Rambam holds. And so the Ravid evidently concedes the point to the Rambam, not like the Rashba, that the Sefer d'oraisa Chumra is mi d'Rabbanan. Mekom Kremlin, the Sefer d'oraisa Chumra, nevertheless, found houses will Sefer d'oraisa Chumra. But I bet this is simple because the Mishnah Torah is came to Milselo Shchicha L'Gazim Rabbanan. Fascinating base of base Yosef. Wow, who is that big chiddush? Says the Milselo Shchicha L'Gazim Rabbanan. Even though normally it's left Sefer d'oraisa L'Chumra, since Sefer d'oraisa L'Chumra is itself the Rabbanan, so it's a Milselo. We have the general principle which kicks in Milselo Shchicha L'Gazim Rabbanan. It's fascinating. Wow. It took me over 60 years to get to learn this Beis Yosef, which is a fascinating thing. They tie on him. There's about this. There's about shchiach. It certainly is shchiach. It's probably not time. I don't know. Okay, but that's the task. And the Yeshua, we can say the cave. The minat Torah came with Shabbatak, but there's a gamri. No, they're addressing one of the stuff from the task. B'do Raisa, you checked. It's like B'toch Bir Chometz, right? You checked. You couldn't find it, so it's just nullified. Learning the Torah Malchus Shais. You check on Echad Ksharim Masages, and that's that. And Mirabbat lo bata. Mirabbat's not bata, and below bata is the Rabbanan, it's not bata. But having Kisser Rabbanan simply comes like an Isser Rabbanan. Rosh Rambam Dochel Pisakavad. It's nice, long, this is Roshun, but it doesn't work out so well in the language of the Rambam. Talmud, he was that the Rambam, she doesn't become a kindness. The Rambam follows his perspective in several places. After speak the Reis L'Chumra, he knows speak the Reis L'Chumra, Koko never Shekim and Shah Isser Hum Rabbanan. Since the prohibition is the Rabbanan, so Chachamim were lenient as they saw fit. Says Kosma Yechaz Misur Bir Din Yud Zayim Zel L'Shoino. We're certainly writing this elsewhere. It's all the prohibitions of all speakers is Mirabban. That's their Meko by Shvuya. They're machmir to regard her as having been been raped, but there's even the slightest chance that she wasn't. So then the Torah Lukula. The parent came Mishita din Gimel Kasa Avagav to cause Treva Sacham Moshe Sinai. Yesh Vershis Fekum Mutar, even though all Treva Sacham Moshe Sinai, so it's the Raisa. Nevertheless, so it's fakers, they're matter because they're remote fakers. Perek Tes do was amazing in base because the common fakers to short door with the several fakers short door. Messiah time gives the conclusion of the reason. Mishum Shkos fakers the best servant because those fakers to Rabban and Sham. Sounds very good. Much of the business. Okay, now he comes okay. Here to the same idea. The fish with the best servant, the very subject. Kloma. Shkachlu Chacham look at the subject. The same time she lives in a bed. Chachamim were making this case because we don't want to cause you a loss of the garment. Ropa mimah b'dika ola, and most of the time. That's not enough. Okay, loss is a loss, but this person's wearing shatnez in the marketplace. He has to rip it off in the middle of the street. It's still right? So he says no, but here, since we're all playing B'dika Oilers, most of the time the checking through dyeing works. The we assume that today also was effective. So the Kanaim must have flown out. We heard from here from his words the deeds of Afilu B'Kanaim the Raisa. At this halacha, and if you check and didn't find, you're going to be lenient. It's even true by the Raisa. But the Tur disagrees, as we shall see. Hey, V'dai, so the Odis Hashem Gemara says also the Gemara Mishmei and Marzutra. Hi, Manam Rami Chute the Kitna Begilima the Amra V'Natke, somebody who put a thread of linen into a woolen garment and snapped it out. He didn't know if it was properly snapped out or not. Shabir Dami is good. My timer. With the rice, I chase Shua Tov of the news. The rice, it's got to be braided or interwoven together. Even it's not braided or interwoven. Came to Yoda since it doesn't have a shot, it's missile. Rambam will be dinta. Rambam doesn't bring this halacha. Because Rabbeinu says the time she was feeling the rice, I'll be k'naim b'shuvat. Rambam Shita that it's k'naim with the rice, even if it's just carded, combed without being spun and braided. That's all his sheet according to the Rambam. But according to what the Arukh HaShulchan tines, and okay, it's not the case. It's not. There's reason why he left out is obvious. It's simple. The Rav Chisda, butler of Meimah the Marzutra, according to the statement of Rav Chisda, the statement of Marzutra is no, because the Kevin Sheishavar de Tzvia, so you can check it by dying. Chita Shimuchil, that's you must do that. To be honest, you talk about I'm astonished that that they assume that Marzutra's statement applies in the possibility there's possibility of checking by dying. The bracket says Chuti ish kind the Raisa. By threads it's kind the Raisa ud Rabbanan and Rabbanan, which goes to with Simon Shemaf, I guess depending on the circumstances we look there. Vav avatur kosa the turo beged semish arbo chucho pishta made a nikon. If you have a woolen garment in which you wove a thread of linen, you can't tell. It's better you should dye it via nikon and it'll be recognized if you see renu and remove it. Shein et pishta only mitzvah echad. They don't dye in the same way. Or you not take chuta echad mimenu v'umutar. Or you take off one. It's like truma, like meduma. You sever one thread and it's mutter. We assume sheisa chucha kilayim. They remove the kilayim from the string. That is works by meduma because meduma is rabbana. And it says over here too as well. By medvar when should be kilayim the rabbana. I've all be kilayim the rice, so I ain't told him hakab b'sveika. Kilayim the rice, so it can't be leaner in a suffix. Akal shalom. Here's like the Torah of Akashle. The Torah had difficult. Hashnei meimah shebenu. The statement of Marzutra was relative to the statement of Rav Chisda. He doesn't accept to say they argue. That's Rambam as the Arukh HaShulchan interpreted the Rambam. Shishmit Hachal the Marzutra, who just simply doesn't record the Halacha Marzutra, which was had simple name, and wrote the previous sif. And either one is effective. That's the Shas brought both these statements one after another. They're difficult. How can we line this? So if it says Klein Rabbanan, with Rabbanan by what's rabbinic, Tolina Mishani Yomer. I can say Ani Yomer. Which goes have Sima Kufir Alf, like the famous Sima Kufir Alf. Ubarush Shagavanas Tur, the Gam Mema the Tzvia, Klein Rabbanan. It's clear that the Torah therefore holds that relying on the dying is only a check which works Klein Rabbanan below the Raisa. Which causes Rabbeinu says Sibra Golo, as May says the words. So that's Rabbeinu Ramah. That's been Ramah. Because of Ahach the Tzvia. And that which he dying by med one the right buck the rabbanon or works by the rabbanon and sham. Yes, you come also take. Some say that he's going on severing this thread. It's the taz and the gra too. Very important. It's astonishing. The Torah puts both these halachas together. In one manner. Like we explained. The bracket says Mashik Shataz Madam Labayda Gach Megillah Sela. So the Raisa, so like checking where till you get to the bedrock for Tuma, which is the Raisa, you just assume it's not there. Tamei Ekra. Tamei Tof Mem Hey. I cry out in astonishment. The other cause of a Rama, Periktas Tumas Meis Allah, Dinsa, Zel Drabanan, Gam Koinem Bedika. Talk about where there's rabbinic Tuma, based on Pras, before you check. And Shabbat base. Remember, Yitzchakim Rambam, Bekan La Soso Lusafik Kibasham. That's what Rambam made a suffix like over there. Which Kosav Sidal, by how much Kosav Mikoidim, beside which we wrote previously, Viduk. Zayin El Shebizet Tomer to this day they were astonished at the Jewish concept. You knocked the Chut Echad Mimenu to sever one thread v'mutar. Shatel Mashe Yisir Chut Shel Kilayim. We said this thread is Kilayim. Gemara Lo Yitira Elim Nita Im Nitei. Gemara only allows it if you severed it. Lo Chachil, not deliberately. Because they're doing fresh not K B'Kavana. They say the Torah explains to sever when it says and he severed it means deliberately. Kilayim Rabbanai K. They make a Kilayim Rabbanai. Even the language, and he severed it. It sounds like he severed the kilayim. The low kain, havli memar vinat take. Sounds like already did it, not that he can. He should go ahead and do it. Achiv shel fresh kain. They can't say it again. Echi amar v'lo yadai not kain. If he has to say, wisdom, he doesn't know if he removed it or not. Shir to a kayal eno nikar. No, so let's make it. Sorry, I misinterpreted that. We're not going back. It sounds like he definitely severed the kilayim. It can't be, right? Otherwise, he take. He severed, not he severed it. You can't say that. You can't. How can you say he didn't know if he severed it? Shida Turka in an Ikra, it's going a case where it's not recognizable. They were saying if you sever one of them, we assume that you got it. What's kind of Rabbanan? They should have to beg in order not to lose the garment. They were lenient. Okay, the main chiddush today in this discussion was, of course, the Rambam Shita. Ches, Kosel Rambam. Okay, so he takes woolen garments from a non-Jew. You have to check it very well. Push them. Maybe they are sewed with linen. It seems that the opposite, by linen clothing and concern that they are sewn with wool threads is not an issue. Because people don't use woolen threads. Nowadays, all threads I think are nylon. Even if the non-Jew tells you innocently that he sewed them with canvas, and then is not believe a conversation. It would seem that the reason is because an innocent non-Jew testifying only works by being matir a woman whose husband disappeared. That's not true, because in a place where there's no assumption of prohibition, these are abundant and it was a big prohibition. Never is an innocent non-Jew is believed. Because the reason because they know. So the Jews have a prohibition of shotness. So Mahader, and the Jew is concerned, was to make sure that it has canvas threads. Maybe Mahader means here mitzvah. Maybe Mahader is not clear if he means he's trying to clarify it or he's trying to be do a mitzvah. Well, it doesn't make a difference. Therefore, he says this in order to enhance the product. It's a taz in the shach. The Gamma Rosh Kosav Tam Zer Rosh also writes his reason. Or Kosav also wrote that when Garim in Hakum, so he buys the garments and Nanju Tzarch Latir Pirosan, you have to undo the seams, the top of the canvas, and sew them with canvas like Halashono. And quote from the it's not from right. It's for the what do you call it here? I'm not sure. It's all Shulchan Aruch? No. The Rosh. Okay. Klomar, I mean, it's low name of the Arukh HaShulchan. In other words, don't say they only initially were concerned with this, but the Evan, not after the fact. Marshal Gam, the Evan, that's telling us even after the fact that the Yeshticha Rabbin is very difficult, a lot of difficulty about. Iraq is Rabbani, even rabbinic prohibition only. You know that the threads were not combed, spun, and twisted and braided. Nevertheless, also love shade now it's with him. The Chazak shade for appreciation, we assume they were sewn with linen. Achibus have brought in she's brought their details as we shall explain. Test. In places where linen is more expensive than canvas, it can be lenient. According to this, I've thought that's true in all other countries. Linen is much more expensive. Today, anything is more expensive than polyester. Ramon writes, can't tell the non-Jew to sew your garments with canvas, even though linen is more expensive. That not going to lead for a piece of canvas because it's easier to sew with linen than with canvas. Choru Soser, the Rabbi recites, he's contradicting the Beis Yosef. It should have written that the Yeshurim, in other words, some say, as taking issue with the Beis Yosef. Also, Kainu. I'm not sure I ever realized that the Yesh Omer means, and this is, they disagree. I mean, okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure. I just don't think I've ever thought of that thing. No, Karos Kainu. But this is what he's saying. Dana, Mesam Kovashat Pishan Bioki Yes Smoke on the places where it's more expensive, you can lie and be lenient. That's only after the fact. But Shekfar Kana Beged, someone said he already bought the garment, lie this. To deliberately tell him to do this, ain't as because they can't rely on that case. And they should have because in parallel, in contradiction to the expense, there's an advantage. It's easier to sew with linen than with canvas. He put a pishtar, he says sew with linen. The canvas is going to say sew with canvas. Before the choose the Rashba, the Rashba says that. As follows: Yosri Masha Merbiach Achat Bigmei Hakambus more than the tailor gains by using canvas. Mafsid, he loses also by the toil of his sewing. He for a pisham he can sew with linen in an hour. Mashalit for becomes the shavcheti when he can't sew with canvas in an hour and a half. The knuckle yoser. So it comes. It's besides the fact that it's easier to sew with linen. Mafsid, perhaps you're losing because you're losing time. You in become lo nichali dalzel about the smoker ben Ramah l'chalik ben chatrim b'diavad. And this difference between chatrim b'diavad is difficult. That doesn't seem like enough of a hinge. So based on the Rash, you should smoke gomein lot here. We rely on our place to permit it. L'fisha pishtan be okay because linen is expensive. Mina camus more expensive than canvas. But toy b'yesel loom and lead farbo, and it's better for the craftsman to use canvas because it's strong at the time we saw it. Kind of shut up. Can't have a smag belav and reish bergim so shut up. Because I've been a shimshon sheishati but so fast you can allow in France. They share canvas bezol yoser because canvas is cheaper. Gam chazak is for it's also stronger. Gam morir ben Yehuda American the fishu ruban to canvas. So in France most people use canvas. That kind of shut up. Piece of the very ben Ramah asking can mean chomer. So according to this, Ramah works so well. If you're buying garments from a non-Jew, she also made the garments for himself, buy different canvas. He certainly would use canvas to be stronger. But if a Jew gives him a garment to sew, he's not concerned with its strength. You can't believe they use canvas, even though they're cheaper than chudei bishtan. Nevertheless, it's more difficult to sew. Much kasa Rashba, like the Rashba says. There's going to be exception to this rule, as he's going to say in Yalef, but that's already for tomorrow.